Hello and welcome back once again to the Darkest Dungeon. You know, the Brexit Estate once again. We're in week 10, I believe. Week 10 it is. I just took a bit of a break since the last episode. And I'm going to record this one now. So the plan, the absolute plan, is to keep working the low-level dungeons, get a party that's moderately competent and ready to go into the Crimson Courtyard. We do not have a Twilight Knight yet, and it's very disappointing. And in other news, one of the 3 men-at-arms will probably be shuffling off soon, when it becomes evident which one of them isn't worth keeping around. Oh, and Teska Torrid can finally have his armor upgrade after all. Now, I'm going to remember, did he steal something? I'm not sure he deserves it, but he's got a fairly optimal skill load out there. With Crush, Defender, Retribution, and Bolster. I've turned the microphone volume down again because it was peaking a bit in the last few episodes. Hopefully now the music and sound effects of the game aren't overpowering my voice, but maybe I was just getting more excited and raising my voice, and I don't know, last few episodes were interesting and of varying length. Okay. I'm recording this many episodes back to back now because I'm not going to be able to be in this room for most of today, and I just, going to be missing out. And what is this? This is Mantra of Fasting. Okay, so as I said, there doesn't seem to be a cure for the Crimson Curse that I've found yet, but I've found a couple of trinkets that seem to affect it. In one of my other saves I found a dead rat, which apparently they can just suck on the dead rat and it prevents from passing away. If they are wasting away without blood for too long, they can just get some more blood out of this dead rat that they had for months and months, and somehow I think it can't be the same one every time, surely. And now we have the Mantra of Fasting. We're like, I will not drink the blood. I will be calm and tranquil. This litany helps me through the hard times. It helps me cope. And combining those 2 items actually on the same hero would be a very interesting combination, because you could be permanently wasting away. You'd have all the downsides of wasting away though, which is mostly debuffs, so that's not as good. Right. We have the Necromancer's Apprentice. It's all medium runs, isn't it? Let's see. That's a reasonably good early game item, right? That can be, the Chirurgeon's Charm can be given to any hero of healing skills. Pretty good. It might almost alleviate the possibility of an occultist rolling no healing on a healing skill. And also, it's gather 3 holy relics, which does mean they'll take up space in the inventory and they'll all be in separate spaces, but it does mean that if we're very fortunate we don't have to go and do the whole map. Especially as we're likely to be taking afflicted heroes in with us. Let's take Feste the Jester out, as Fennel the Plague Doctor is now on the same experience level as her fellow companions from the original party, and I know she's got the Crimson Curse. It'd be nice to remove it and let her stay on as one of the original characters, but we just don't know how she's going to do. Here we have another medium, explore 90% of rooms, and a Punishment's Hood, which is a flagellant item. Increases bleeding, including on himself, and his healing skills do less, so that's a very aggressive, very offensive trinket. You know what? For the Kurgan, that might actually be, and I know it's the Kurgan in the Highlander, don't worry. For the Kurgan, that might actually be a really good trinket to have, so he can just be really aggressive, and he's got weak grip. We just don't have the money to remove that yet. And finally over here, this is a level 3 quest. I'm not going to send people on a level 3 quest at the moment, we just don't have the skills for it. Right, and here we have the same hood. Okay, so we have 2 portraits, 5 crests. Crests are good, crests are always good. So let's go for this one. He's got the Crimson Curse, so if he happens to perish, that's not an entirely bad thing, because it cuts down on the Man-at-Arms trio. How about Ultra going tough? He doesn't have bolster yet. Gunter is currently very, very paranoid and shouldn't be sent out on such a mission. Do we want to change the middle here? Because the thing is, I can't afford to remove conditions from people at the moment. No. Kurgan and Feste will be removing Kurgan's stress over time to help bring him back down again. Hakim... do we have someone else suitable? Yes. We have Shafiq, who now suffers from the unquiet mind. But hey, we can send these in. Do we want an antiquarian as our only healer? No. We got the Kurgan here as a healer. It's fine. You know, utter disaster. Right. Okay. So here we go. Medium run. Oh God, this file size is going to be huge, isn't it? It's going to take days to upload for a medium run. I might split it into 2 parts, depending on. No, I'll do this one in one part. See how long it takes to upload, and then longer dungeon runs may be split into shorter episodes, just for the sake of upload times in the future. All right. So normally we'd take 8 food, 6 torches. But it's a medium, so we're taking 16 food and 12 torches. A couple of bandages, a couple of shovels, extra shovel because it's a medium run, 2 medicinal herbs because it's the Warrens, 1 anti-venom because you do get a bit of blight in the Warrens. There is a little, you know what, it's a medium run. Let's take a key and holy water as well. And 1 vial of blood, just in case. I don't know if these come back. I think they do. Yeah, come back with us, because they remain in the estate. They're a static supply. Oh, cool.
To prosecute
Good
our war
grief.
against the swine, we must first scout their squalid homes.
Okay, so actually, if we just exclude this chamber, or this chamber, we can do this one with virtually no backtracking. We go there, and then see if we get a scatter roll for others. We might get a scatter roll here. It'll be fine. It'll be bleeding. How lovely. Oh, yeah, that's a point.
The trap maker's art. His efficacy unwitnessed by his own eyes.
Does a little bit less damage, but it gets into the front faster and allows for the microphone jester to jack in the box his way through encounters. Oh, and look at this. Bug! Yes! Abuse bug! I hope this bug gets fixed soon, but right. So,
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles, paid for in blood.
So when an afflicted hero, or a hero with a negative quirk, sometimes chooses to interact with a curio, if you right-click on a supply item as they're speaking their bark and moving towards it, it will get used. That was not I believe that was not intentional, because originally that was not possible. If that was an intentional thing, it's a very narrow window of opportunity and there's no tutorials or tooltips, so I can only presume it's a bug and it's not supposed to happen. I hope it gets fixed, but in the meantime, I'm willing to use it when it's an antiquarian, trying to get lots of treasure on this run. Okay, no scouting. We move on. We move. And she will be opening every box.
Waiting to be spent.
Every packet, every package.
Mechanical hazards, possessed by evil intent.
It's actually 6 damage. Nah, you can take that. We'll fix them up fairly soon. They have no idea what they have unleashed. Masochistic jester. Oh, they are in for it now.
find it in no short supply.
This is not a sadistic jester. That would be even worse. Right. Lovely.
Falters.
Uh-oh. What's he gonna do? He's...
surges as the enemy crumbles.
I won't complain. Right. So... the Antiquarian and the Man-at-Arms is a abusive combination because you get to guard and riposte on the same turn, which is actually far too powerful and shouldn't be allowed. But come on, he's a mercenary. He's not going to turn down the work. He's not going to say, "Oh, I can't." Oh, I can't guard her. That'd be crippin' fucking phew. Yeah, you say I wouldn't guard her. This would be too effective. You'd say, I'll look after her with my life because my pay depends on it. This is very nice. We have a beautiful situation here. Let's just take a little bleed to improve the weight for redemption. Let us just... yeah, I got to offset it a little bit, just in case he gets kind of smashed down a lot. Oh, hey, look, stress. Oh, Kurgan has less than 100 stress?
Fluids of skill and purpose.
I should just shut up, shouldn't I? He's just not going to give me a chance, is he? Right. Oh, that her guard lasts shorter, so it's not perfect. I should have him guard the Jester. And in the meantime, I'll just continue working my way slowly through this. And there we are. It's time for redemption at last. At least, we hope it is. Yes. Lovely.
Weaken.
Huh. Let me just take the time. It appears to be later than I thought. I'll get to it in a bit. The box.
Inspiration and improvement.
Yeah, so probably will be cutting this one short after all.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Turns out it's an hour later than I thought. So it's just going to get very intense. Is that so? No, no, probably not actually. Shouldn't be. No, it's not. Okay, that's that one down.
As victories mount, so too will resistance.
And if he won't remove the blight, he can remove the bleed, then he can remove the blight. There we go, now we're getting somewhere. Right. This would be a nice source of income, but we can leave it there for now. Or we can just do the sensible thing and camp right here, right now. Because camping...
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Camping creates space. So, this is our first camp. We have the benefits of camping. Camping consists of two parts, the meal phase and the skill phase. During the meal phase, you choose how much they eat, which determines recovery. Make sure you have enough food. Skill phase allows you to spend rest points on different hero skills used for recuperation. it's always nice to give them a full meal because it recovers a lot of stress as well as health. And stress is often more important. Okay. Sometimes afflicted heroes will deny camping skills. They'll just refuse them and say, no, I'm not going to let you do that. Even when it's from self. Tactics. Tactics is quite possibly the single best camping skill in the game, with a few exceptions. The Occultist and the Crusader each have a camping skill that used to be able to remove Death's Door debuffs from an ally. I'm not sure if they can still do that. I'll check when I get back to town. I think they can, because it was one of the best things about that skill. And now the darkness encroaches. I think I'm going to sneeze. That's unfortunate. Of course, we have another one of these. I will be getting to those in the...
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners.
Here we are.
Place.
Sometimes when camping, monsters can ambush the heroes. Guess what they just did this time? Yep, that's right.
A decisive pummeling.
Please excuse me while I just sit here bobbing my head in time to the awesome Warren's ambush music. It's very catchy. I like it. Da 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 ya chicka chunka da 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 chicka chunka chunk da ya da bum da da dum da bum but stab. Uh-oh. He's getting cravings. Might have to deal with that by the end of the run.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Nasty. What a savage slice. Oh, no. Strain. Right, forwards again. He resisted. He did, didn't he? Oh, crikey. That was a lot of damage. Okay, let's try and work these down now. Sorry, I suddenly have time constraints that I wasn't expecting.
Another one falls.
There we go. That's the kind of thing we were talking about. Nice. Straight through it. Skewered it. I'm probably going to have to call it just after this encounter, to be honest, which is a real shame because we're right at the beginning. Ah, dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I do apologise for this, and it will pick up again exactly where we left off in the next video. Life is not being kind to me these last few days. Right. Need a guard on her, because that's pretty bad. Oh, joy. Never is easy, is it? Oh, for pity's sake.
stop. If only to bleed again.
Okay, we're nearly there now. Just think of all the food on the table. The food is on the table and that is where it will not remain. Yum yum yum. In their bellies, in their tums. In their tummy tum tums. They must be fed.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism or cowardice. Confusion, nerves, and panic.
I should probably call this episode 10A or something, and the next one 10B. Really? That is not what I needed. And he's probably gonna, yep. Gotta go right now and do that. I really shouldn't, but... Oh, great. Just...
Gasping, taken over the edge.
As if today wasn't bad enough already. Right, okay. Could be worse. Could always be worse. Three for one, okay, just do it.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
And then she can purify all of this, and they can have a nice something to eat. Now, sadly, this is where I'll have to leave it. You know, life has intruded, and this day's just going to be weird. So I'll get back to this when I can, but for now I'll say cheerio and see you all next time. Bye bye for now.